Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. We have Oh My Stars. It is Gingerbread House Day, celebrating gingerbread houses. I think I'll pop in a few Q&As I didn't get to. My Christmas quote of the day. I'm worried that I'm going to have enough to get to the 23rd, but we'll see. I probably shouldn't worry, but I am. Okay, let's first do the, there's a few other things too. So let me just first do the gingerbread. Now, I do not have a gingerbread house quilt, but I bet some of you have a gingerbread house quilt, and I would love to see it today. I had these guys, which are free little mug rug pattern that I showed the other day. I also have Gran's Gingerbread, which is a tribute to my granny. That green bowl in the middle looked just like her big mixing bowl. Love that. I don't have that one. I have one of her brown mixing bowls, but I don't have that green one. But that was a design that I did years ago. It's a download pattern. You can get it from my store. But this is a free one of just the little guys. I also bought this to put on my little tiered tray. Isn't that cute? So it's a gingerbread house. So anyways, if you have a gingerbread house quilt or some gingerbread men on a quilt, something like that, share it today over in our community. Okay, let's talk about Oh My Stars table runner. All right, this is a sew it together. This is the part we're doing now. But first, let me show you, a few of you got your top done right away and quilted. Some of you even quilted it. So let's take a look at these because they are an inspiration. I love that several of you got your tops done and even quilted. This first one is from Arnitha, and she used at least two of the prints there have a little quote on them. They're biblical quotes, and then those gorgeous red stars. Chris has hers quilted. You can see how she did it. Very obvious. She did a diagonal through each block and then right out into the border. It's also just fabulous. I love that steel gray border on it. Gail's is in progress, but I wanted to show it to you because it is so fabulous. Look at those beautiful holiday prints. So she is working on deciding on her border and star fabrics. Julie's added another border with the black, looks like black gingham. Oh, that is fantastic. And then look at her fabric. See the little bears? I think I have that in another color. I love it so much. And what do we have? We have Pam's. Pam's is all light, very soft with those beautiful blue stars, and then again quilted a crosshatch just in the middle, and then on the sides she did straight quilting and then an X in the corners. And let's see how many. This is the last one. So we have one from Sandy. She used this. I forget. It was the deer print. I did a quilt with it. I think I did this with my snowflake quilt. I used that fabric with the little deer. It's just darling. And then the green stars and the red border. So fabulous, everyone. Thank you for getting them done on the first day so that I could show them. This is a super fast sew. I want to show you now, the layout for the border before everything goes together. And then what I'm going to do is I will sew the top and then talk about what thread I will use for the quilting of it. I'm going to do a wave stitch. This video would take forever if we just sat here and you watched me sew. So I will have the magic of video that I will take a little break and sew that up and then continue filming. But before I do that, I want to show you some other things. We'll do that in a few minutes. I'll take that break. I have the Jolly Bar, not the Jolly Bar, the Jolly Box, the mystery box. I have the top done. I went ahead and did that all the light fabrics. So there we go. I love it. I just love it so much with all those light fabrics. And then what happened is I did use that one white on white here for the corners. There were two squares of white on white, and I used one of them to do the four corners. And that turned out really well. And I think I ended up with, did I keep it? I actually cut some head strips. That was the background. Never mind. What was that? So this was all I had. Yeah, this was all I had left from this charm pack. Everything else went in the quilt. And then I did something goofy. I'm just going to show you this. I don't know. But I thought when I was cutting the bows off, cutting for the bows, I had all these units, and I thought, well, what if I sewed them all together? What would that look like? And then I thought, well, I'll make an extra bow so that I could have an extra color in the mix. And then I'll take 2 of them and put on each end, and then I have to put this on either side. So I thought, well, maybe this will be the label on it, just because it's sort of fun and funky, and that was kind of fun to do. So I don't know why I did that, but I just thought it would be kind of interesting. Now, a few people did ask me, let me just stick this here a second. Will I hold? Yeah, it'll stay up there. So a few of you asked me on this fabric line, there was the panel that has text. And so here's the text. And you were saying, well, why didn't I use this text in the border? And well, you could have done that. I didn't want to do that, but you could have. You would have had to have maybe a more narrow border, or you would have been chopping into this blue. You could have put this on the top and the bottom. So like instead, this is like a 2.5-inch strip here. So instead of that, I could have cut a 2.5-inch strip of these words, you know, put the words up there like that, because it was long enough. So I could have put the words at the top and at the bottom. That would have been a way to use the words on here, which would have been kind of cute. So if you are still working on yours, and maybe you're doing a size like mine, which is 3 across and 4 down for the haul, that is an option you might think about. But I didn't want to do that on mine. So that is ready to quilt. So it means this one and that one are both going to get the wave stitch, because that doesn't take very long, and it's a wonderful mindless thing I can do in the evening. I can put something on to watch on my tablet, stick the tablet right, like either right here on top of the machine or right to the left, because these are not big pieces, so I can put it on the left, and then I can just sew the wave stitch and watch something, watch a show or whatever. All right, let me do a couple other things, and then I'm going to sew that up. Now I have, on the cross stitch realm, I am getting there. I am so excited about this, because I think I will finish before Christmas. I have only got this bit down here, and then I have to finish the leaves and 1 line on the letter. So letters from Santa. And then I did an event, a cross stitch event that called the Jingle Ball. I don't know if any of you went to the Jingle Ball that about 6 or 7 different cross stitch designers put together last weekend. It was basically one Friday evening and then all day Saturday, where they had talks and tutorials and some classes online. It was all online. And one of the designers talked about these magnetic hangers that she uses to hang her pieces. So I ordered that, and I want to show you, because these are very cool. Now I don't know, I wasn't looking at color, so I ended up with these brown ones, which is fine. I think I'll get some other ones then. But there's 2 units. So they are sort of clamps, and one will go on top. I'm going to show you with this piece. One will go on top, one will go on the bottom. But you could do this with quilts, I think. So it comes apart. They just, see, they're magnetic. And this is suede, piece of suede. You could put some really pretty ribbon in there, or some fabric or cording. And then the bottom ones open too. See, they're magnets. So let me just put here. Let me put them on just to show you. So if you're going to, now for the cross stitch, I would need backed or something. I can't just hang it like this with raw edges. That would be kind of unattractive. But just to show you, I can do it. So you got one on top, one on the bottom, which gives the weight to the piece. And I cannot remember the lady who had this, or I would be giving her credit. I'd have to go back through the list, and I can't remember which one I was watching. But as I was watching her and she was talking about this, I went and ordered them. So there is the cross stitch. Now, with mine, I will probably back it, maybe no batting, just back it and put a little binding around it, and then this can clamp on there really easily. Isn't that awesome? Down in the description box, I will have a link to this. I'm going to try it here. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does on here. See if it works on the fabric one, because you just never know, do you? I've not tried it. This is my first try, so it could be it's not heavy enough. Let's see. I've got it below the binding, okay? So here's the binding. So I don't want to have the magnet to have to go through that extra binding. That's 2 more layers of fabric. So it's not bad. I would say it doesn't feel like it's as tight as on here, because right now we've got 1 layer of fabric, batting, and another layer. If I just did this with just 2 layers with no batting, I think it'll be totally fine. But that's interesting. It does work pretty, it is sticking on there. It just feels like it's not nearly as tight as it is on this one. And there might be, I didn't research this much, so there might be magnets that are heavier, heavier duty than these. Okay, so that is my one find. Ta-da! And then of course, while I was doing that, and I was ordering a Christmas gift at the same time, this somehow jumped into my cart. Isn't he cute? He came in other colors, but the black and white one. It's like, I used to collect a lot of owls as a kid, and I just thought he was darling. So I had to get him, and he's not very big, so I thought he's super cute. Oh, okay. I'm going to do the mail call, and then I am going to go and sew this and be back with it. But first, let's do the mail call. Okay, I have, this is from Catherine in Florida. She sent me a birthday card and this pink bag, and in the pink bag is amazing deliciousness. These coconut patties from Florida. Oh, okay, Catherine, I squealed, really, like I did. I was like, ah, because I love these. When we go, Greg and I buy these to bring back. Yeah, goodness, oh my goodness, thank you so much. Then Carrie, our ambassador in New York, one of our New York ambassadors, sent me this super cute card with, this is an ornament. Look how cute that is. Thank you, Carrie. It's going right on the tree. Mwah. Right on the tree. And let's see, what else do I have here? I have from Elaine in Pennsylvania. She sent me a beautiful card. Look at that. So pretty. And another, the llama card. Look at the llama card. I love him. Love, love, love him. Dolly Llama. So in case, Dolly's in here keeping me company since Norm is off running around the world. Okay, so Elaine found, she sent me a bunch of little goodies that she found when she was out and about. So look at the ornament. Oh. And Elaine also, we have a common shop owner friend, and so she was telling me she was over there, and I forget which thing, maybe it was this, what she got at our common shop owner friend's Ladyfinger, Gail Kessler's shop in Pennsylvania. So anyway, you can see it. You can see it. I won't take it out. There we go. Isn't that yum, 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 yum. And there's lots of, all right, this says Noel. What's in there? Oh. This is so perfect. So perfect. There is some goodies to try. Snowball M&Ms. Oh my, what will those taste like? White chocolate and pretzels. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm eating all those myself. I am. More white chocolate inside of milk chocolate. Ah, yum. She sent me some edges. Acorns. Look at the acorns. Oh, this says Dear John on it. That's funny. The Dear John letter. Does anybody remember talking about the espresso ones? Yum. Yum. Oh my, frogs with the marshmallow gummies with the frogs. So good. So good. So she found me some stickers to use because I've got to get that. We got to talk about that planner thing. We're going to be doing a planner. We're going to be keeping track of our stuff religiously this coming year in 2023. We are going to do that. We meaning all of you and me. Some more berry clouds. Oh, those look yummy. Oh, Elaine, you have spoiled me. Oh, Ladyfinger's chocolates. That's from our friend's store, I would imagine. Yeah, Gail Kessler's store. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, I'll open those later. And then a little snowman. Let me see what's in there. There is something in there. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, how cute is that? The pin cushion. Oh, Elaine, thank you. Mwah. Oh my goodness. I am delighted. And a couple things from my tree even. My tree that needs more ornaments because it's bigger than last year's tree. Okay, I have one more and then I'm going to go sew that up. So this is from Valerie in California. Look at the beautiful card. Oh, look at that. So now she told me that she found some these were something that she had, and she decided she just wasn't going to sew this up, but it was horse related, and so it is a whole kit. Look at the picture. So it is a whole kit to do this. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. And she told me anything that I didn't decide I wasn't going to be able to use, to just go ahead and give it to the charity groups that I work with. And that is fantastic. I appreciate that so much. She sent me the beautiful plaids. Remember, I want to do that shark quilt in the plaids. Yes. And Lylene sent me some of her plaids. So I have a good number of plaids for that. And that Valeria sent me a bunch of other wonderful fun prints in here. Look at that blue. Gorgeous. So I'm going to look through here then. That is so awesome. Ah, thank you so much, everybody. And now I will sew. I'm going to take this down, sew the top, and come back and put some threads down, show you the threads that I'll do, and then the last video will be with the quilted. Another day, in a couple days, maybe Tuesday I'll have that. But I'm filming back and sewing and filming. I'm doing this lately so that there's kind of chunks that I put together. So that means if I don't get it done with this same outfit on, the ending of this video might have a different outfit. Just so you know. Maybe I'll wear a different Sloan Zone shirt for that one. Okay, let's get it done. All done, and it's the next day. New top. So here it is. Now we're going to pick some thread. I have the extras for the backing, and I'll either use this also for binding, or I will use this for binding. I'll see when I get there. But I'm going to pick a thread that goes across all of this because I am doing the wave stitch, which means I'm not going to change thread. I'm just going to go right across, and here is the wave stitch on this quilt, which you can see I did white, and the white went across the green, dark greens, reds, mints, pinks. It went across everything perfectly. And what it did when I did white is it did not show up really, except for its texture, onto the white part of the quilt. So that's something to be mindful of if you have a particular part of your quilt that you don't really want to see the stitching on. And that might be the case that I do here with the stars. But I've pulled out some things. So I have my perfect box of neutrals from Aurifil, and there are a few colors. Of course, there's the beautiful white, and that, if I'm going to do this, will go, you just lay a single thread. Don't lay the spool. When you lay the spool that's too dense of color, lay a single thread all the way across. But I brought some other things. I have like a silver. So here's the silver. So that'll be just a little bit darker, not much. It doesn't really change a whole lot. I could go with this kind of a sort of light tan, however you want to think of that color. So let me put that out here across so you can see that it also would just give it a little bit more depth on here. You could go something, now if you did red, because there's a lot of dark, the red will look great on everything, but it will show up crazy dark on the white. So on the white, let me just pull you in a little bit closer to see all of these. There we go. So, yep. So the red is like, I'm really going to see that wave right across the stars. And I've decided if I want that or not. There's a bunch of things you could try too. You could try these pinks and peaches, because there are some peach in a lot of these. I kind of liked this peach because I'm going to put it next to the red there, where it's a lot lighter than the red, so it'll go across the stars. But it'll kind of blend into the reds and the greens a little bit more. So I'm kind of leaning towards either the peach or the gray. So we will see. That is my decision today, and I will get that basted up and machine quilt it hopefully tonight. That's my goal. That's my plan on Saturday. We're on Saturday now. Yeah, Saturday night. I'm an exciting person sewing on Saturday night, but you know, that's a quilter's thing, a quilter's life. So I hope you are making yourself, let me just get the threads off of there. Hope you're making a table runner from my Oh My Stars. And there's links below if you are behind on picking up the add-on pattern for this. You want to use both the free pattern, or if you upgraded, plus the add-on for the table runner. All right, my friend, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.